Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm not quite sure how to say this, but yesterday's entire video is useless. So, if you saw it, I'm sorry for the confusion. I want to apologize for that first. Next, I want to point out a realization I had. That maybe is useless? What? What? Weird. Okay. So, this shouldn't work. At least not efficiently. This should be totally useless, actually. So, let me explain why. Yesterday, when I made the video, it was a long day, so I wasn't thinking clearly. And I just threw this together in 5 minutes, like I always do. Today, the consequences finally came. This won't work, at least not based on PC mechanics, because of this. Because there are blocks directly above those vines, solid ones anyway, this shouldn't work, at least not efficiently. It would be super duper ooper slow, which is why after a couple hours I've gone 2 when on PC with a slightly different design made by Mumbo Jumbo you can get about 100 in that same time. So yeah, my fault. So that video is going to be getting a like a note put onto the title saying something like mistake or flawed or something, or broken, I don't know. So yeah, I suppose we should move on to the announcements. On some more cheery news, today, after a long time, I'm ready to announce the piston feed tape contraption I talked about in my piston feed tape video on how I was making a contraption using it and to watch out for it. This is the contraption. This is a 7-segment display. For those who don't know what that is, it's on 0 right now. If I press this button, it'll go to 1. If I press it again, it should go to 2, which I forgot to press it. And then 3, which you can sort of see. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. But then when it gets to 0, it sends an output out through here to cause a second one to go to 1. So it can count up all the way to 99. And I'm actually going to do something here. That should be 3, 4, 5.
Oh, mean, terrible.
6. That is not how you do 6, is it? No. I didn't notice this earlier. So I'll just fix that as I talk about this. So the reason this isn't called 7-segment display MCPE something is because that video is not ready and will not be ready for a while. Partly because I haven't started it. Haven't started work on that video, which is part of the reason it's not done yet. But the other reason... Let me see, did that fix it? Yeah, that fixed it. Alright. The other reason is look at the wiring. Look at this maze of complicatedness. And based on today's crunched up schedule, like the last 4 or 5 days, man, there's been long days. I do not have time to build this block for block and show you how. It uses a little bit of a trick shown to me by Mr. Redstone. Huge shout out to him. Thanks, bud. But it uses obsidian here to force the blocks to stay in position instead of getting swapped around and breaking it. So, yeah. Alright, so let me cut real quick and I'll see if there's any more announcements. After collecting my thoughts for a second, I have concluded I have no more announcements and I am running out of ideas. So please, if you have any ideas for me, just leave them down in the comments section. I will go through them. They don't appear right away because they need to be approved. That's the way I keep my comment section clean. And just leave a comment. I'll check it out. And if the redstone idea is feasible, I might make a video about it, depending if I've done one already or something like that. But that's it for today, guys. See you next time, and goodbye. Just looking at the original 7-segment display prototype, and coping with the stress of life. Refreshing.